Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord and Byron's playthrough. Oh yes, we are going to be attempting to take this castle, and I know what you're thinking. You just watched the epic marathon episode, didn't you? Didn't you? I think you did. But anyway, the point is that if you didn't, then you will know that, well, then you won't know, shall we say, that these vassals have been continually escaping again and again, and it's very frustrating for us, isn't it? However, not so frustrating if you install a mod that reduces the chances of them escaping, at least for a couple of days perhaps. And well, I've just left it on the default settings for the moment, and that should help us. That should help us quite a bit. So what we're going to do is, once again, we're just going to be fighting in this area, and we will try and do our very best to win the day, because bear in mind that they have over 170 Imperial recruits in their army at the moment, and I just can't believe it. I just can't look at this. I just can't believe it. It is absolutely ludicrous what they are attempting to do here. And my horse archers, look at my horse archers just coming in from the side, just literally going like, oh yes, well, this is a volley of arrows. It is very nice to meet you. And yeah, there we go. That's it. Huge amounts of damage. Huge amounts of damage being dealt. And unfortunately, I haven't really had an opportunity to level up my riding skill that much, which is kind of weird. I'm not entirely sure why it's not leveling up anymore. It's probably because I don't have that much more in endurance, and I haven't had an opportunity to really spec into that. So we're going to try and do something with that as we go forward. I know that some people have told me in the comments that I need to slow down a little bit. I need to slow down when I'm riding through enemies to be a little bit more accurate with what I'm attempting to do. And yes, I 100% agree. The only reason why I like doing that, or shall we say the only reason why I do that, is because I like it. It's so incredibly fast. Really, really fun to ride a fast horse, because with Barney, I did not have a very, very good riding skill, and well, it took him a long time to get a good horse. And Byron, on the other hand, oh yeah, he's able to use a pretty decent horse from a quite early stage, and it's making things much, much more enjoyable. So yeah, I think movement speed in particular in Bannerlord is a super, super important statistic. And you may not think so, you know, because in general, movement speed over survivability or over, I don't know, accuracy or something like that doesn't, you know, most people would probably choose extra damage or extra HP, survivability and stuff like that. But mobility actually does have those things in mind at the same time, if you think about it, because obviously mobility is going to keep yourself alive much, much easier. Whoa, okay, yeah, yes, he says as he gets shot massively. Anyway, the point is that mobility does help you to stay alive in a pretty significant way in Bannerlord, and it was kind of that way as well in Warband, but on a slightly lesser scale, because it really depends on which mod you're playing. Native didn't really do that much testing with athletics being super high, because if you don't know anything about Warband, there is a stat or a skill known as athletics in that game that improves your running speed. And generally you'd need to have a very high agility attribute to make that even work at a high level. So it would be very, very difficult to have that work, especially considering you're probably going to need very light armor to make that a worthwhile thing, because you're then going to be moving very fast. I mean, you're going to be moving very fast, but you're going to be taking massive damage because you don't have any armor on, which is obviously a bit of a problem. And that's the reason why some mods, they built upon that. They built upon it, and they basically went like, oh, okay, you know what? We're going to make a barbarian class or something like that. I think I've spoken about Blood and Steel in a previous episode. If I didn't, then you should probably check it out if you own Warband. It's really, really great. And it allows you to play as a barbarian, and that barbarian has a very high amount of points in, what is it now? Dodge, I believe. I think athletics actually provides you with dodge, and then you're able to get a massive amount of dodge, and it's just a huge amount of fun. And you can also move extremely fast, because the barbarian doesn't really have a huge amount of armor. So it is a really, really great experience, and I think that's what the developers we're attempting to build on or attempting to kind of adapt for Bannerlord here. So they're making mobility very, very important. And we know if you have a character with a high amount of athletics, or what is it called in Bannerlord again? It's like, let me actually just have a look here. Why do I only have 6% HP? I must have taken much more damage than I thought. Anyway, you know, it is actually called athletics in Bannerlord as well. But yeah, if you have a massive amount of athletics, I'm talking about, I don't know, 150, 175, something like that, you're going to be running very, very quickly. But you've got to bear in mind that that is also determined by what kind of armor you're going to be wearing. Anyway, we do have another level up in engineering right here. Catapults are 30% more effective. I think actually some people said that I should like I don't know, modify my save game or something to reduce the amount of scouting skill that I have. Because if you don't know how I got this scouting skill, I highly recommend looking at my I was gonna say my tutorial on how to level scouting. No, it's not a tutorial, not at all. But yeah, basically some weird thing happened in episode 19, and we just gained 1,000 points in scouting. But the point is that I don't really like messing around with save games, most notably because one of my recent series had to be stopped or discontinued, just literally because of save game corruption and crashes as well. So that was a huge shame because I was having a lot of fun with that. But that's the point. That's the reason why I'm kind of a little bit antsy about doing those things, because, you know, even though it might make things a little more balanced, I guess, but here's the thing, it doesn't really do much. Like, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, sure, I can see stuff from really far away, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like, you know, taking off your glasses, and then you put your glasses back on, then you can see a little bit further, you know? It's kind of like that, a little bit. No, it's probably not like that at all. But the point is that scouting is really not that powerful. I mean, yeah, you can see a lot, but that's pretty much it. It's not going to affect whether I'm actually able to achieve a victory in a particular situation, you know. So for example, if I were to go into this siege right here, scouting's not going to help me, you know. Scouting's not going to help me at all. Like, if it had given me I don't know, 1,000 points in riding or something like that, or 1,000 points in archery, then yeah, that probably would make things kind of imbalanced, because I'd be able to do so much damage. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think scouting is really that imbalanced. Yeah, you know, some of the traits are pretty powerful, but again, it's all about me being able to do damage and survive that are the things that will imbalance a game, in my opinion. And I think someone actually mentioned in the comments that they also had a similar thing happen to them, where they gained about 1,000 points of something, and I believe it was athletics. And I think it basically broke your game, because I mean, just think about it. I mean, with 150 to 200 athletics, we're already moving very, very quickly, and I can only imagine what it would be like to move around with 1,000 athletics. I mean, it's just basically going to be impossible to play, because your character's just moving so fast. But it would be kind of hilarious to see that, I guess. So yeah, but I hope that does not happen to me, because I don't really, as I say, don't really want to edit anything, any save game, you know, information. I think that is kind of chancing things a little bit, at least for me, because I've already had issues with save game corruption, so it would be nice to avoid that, if at all possible. But as you can no doubt tell, we're actually ending up losing quite a few units here for some reason. I think it's because the main people that are actually going in to melee. Oh yeah, we're actually having a bit of a problem here. This is not a good place to fight. I'm going to tell my people to follow me. This is a really, really bad place, because you can see there that rock formation over there. Our horse archers were running into that formation like I just did right here, and they were getting stopped. And as a result, the blob of enemies was able to catch up to them in a pretty significant fashion. And that's not what we want. That is not what we want at all. So I'm hopeful that I will be able to do something a little bit different here. And maybe what we can do is, I'm just going to ride around here. I know we can't shoot from the right, which I think is a bit weird, but yeah, I have no more arrows either. But we're just going to run back here. We're going to try and draw them into a situation where we can hopefully then have the spiraling death that the Crusade Khanate units are able to inflict upon our opponents. That sounds like a good plan to me. Now, of course, I have built 2 onagers already. I'm hopeful that we will be able to build some more. And I think what I'll do is that after this particular fight, I'll probably go off screen because you've seen a number of these fights already. And you kind of, you might know that the outcome is probably going to be in our favor. But if it isn't, or if it tends to be a little bit of a closer battle, then of course I will show you that. But as it stands, I'm ready to charge in. Let's do this. I'm hopeful that I will not take too much damage from this. There we go, not too bad. 428 from a regular slash. Wow. Yeah, speed. I mean, obviously speeding in terms of, you know, speed bonus and riding skill and stuff like that really does make a huge difference to how much damage you're able to deal. Hope these people, are they actually, no, they're not told to hold fire. It's kind of weird. Some of them are actually going into melee. Not sure if I really want them to do that, to be honest. So, yeah, that's kind of strange. But let's try and take out that crossbowman. Try and take out a bunch of other people as well. These higher tier units are definitely going to be a bit of a pain for us to deal with. Oh, hello. Wow. Okay, that's some damage. Let's try and face our shield away from them so that if they do try to shoot at me, then my shield might block a little bit of the damage. Take out that elite. Yes, very nice. Okay, so yeah, that is basically that, I believe. How many have we lost? We've lost 14 units, but we lost 2 to the Grim Reaper. That's not too bad. I would say that that's pretty acceptable losses for the moment. And bear in mind that I have not actually gone back to Crusade Khanate territory just yet. I basically just went to the nearby town and rested up a little bit and then came back here because personally I feel like if we have this mod installed, it might very well make the little difference. The little difference. We just need the vassals to be a little bit slower to get back onto the field and form these massive armies. Just a little bit slower, and then we will be able to do a decent thing. So we're just going to continue taking these guys prisoner as much as we possibly can, and hopefully... Did that guy just escape from us again? I'm actually unsure about that. Now I'm just seeing these guys all over the place. As you can see, these are all the people I have right now. They are... There's 20 of them. These are all vassals. We have 20 vassals in my prisoner's hold right here. I can't believe it, to be honest. That is just insanity. It really is. I mean, come on. Having to take 20 of these guys prisoner just to literally be able to take one measly castle, I think it is just a little bit much. Oh well. You know what I really wish? I really wish that my engineering skill had been the thing to level up past 1,000, because that would have been imbalanced and that would have actually been very helpful at the same time. But unfortunately, that did not happen. All right, 30% more production from farms or +1 influence as a vassal. I'm probably not going to be a vassal, so I guess I'll take 30% more production from farms. I know some people did suggest that I might want to join the Crusade Khanate again, but this time join as a vassal or something like that, and then take the castle and then defect away from the Crusade Khanate. Now, that's definitely a very valid tactic. I've done that multiple times in Warband as well. And yeah, it's definitely something that I would say is very effective. However, I kind of wanted to do it a little bit differently. I kind of wanted to have people from the Crusade Khanate actually, you know, feel decent about us and not really hate us too much. And so I have tried my best to try and just do this independently. I know some people also mentioned that being independent is very, very difficult, maybe if not impossible at this point in Bannerlord's development cycle, because, well, as we've seen, 245 units wanting to attack us here. And you know, the one thing that would really make this better, and this is a very important, should we say, portion of siege combat that should be looked at, is the starvation mechanic. you can quite clearly see that this castle has 0 food, but apparently at the moment in development it does not have any effect on the current state of things, which is actually kind of a shame, because I feel like if we had that happen, then these guys would all be knocked unconscious, and it would be so much easier for us to deal with it. So now that all of my onagers are built, we're going to get a couple of them out here. One of them is actually way dead. Hopefully that one won't be focused on first. Okay, yep, destroy them. Come on now. Okay, there we go. One catapult's destroyed. Let's get another onager being built. That's another one. That's another one. Okay, there we go. Okay, oh no, they built another one. Oh, are you serious? Yeah, that's also a bit of an issue. Yeah, also, whenever we do get attacked by the catapults on the walls, they also do inflict a small amount of casualties. So you can see that we have 76 now, and I think I had like 80 something before. So they do tend to do damage to us. And, oh yeah, I actually need to move this to the reserve real quick. Ugh, I think my onager took a massive amount of damage there because I wasn't paying close enough attention. But look at this. This guy with 253 is just kind of standing there, not really doing much. Let's have a look at our... No, we still got 20 prisoners. So that's pretty good. And I guess we'll just continue onward and we'll see what happens. Wow, now this is actually kind of hilarious. Do you see this army right here? This is Oros's army, and you can see that he already has 62 wounded, but it's so funny because he continually goes from literally like 209 to 212 again and again and again because he just doesn't have any food. But it seems like he is actually recovering now, and I assume that as soon as they have about... I'm going to guess maybe like 250, 240, they're probably going to go in against us. And, yeah, it's not going to work out well for them. I mean, we know that, you know, we know that we are, we're pretty strong. We're pretty strong right now. My party is pretty good. But as I've said before, I would not be able to do this if I had a full party of infantry or something like that. It would just be almost impossible, I think. And we're just going to move these. There we go. So now I have built 4 fire onagers and 4 regular onagers. And what we're going to do is we're going to place them all out. And we will see if we can do it. So let's see what happens. Hopefully they'll actually do something this time, because last time they kind of failed to destroy the catapults that quickly. They're doing much better this time, maybe. There we go. Nice. If any one of mine gets destroyed, by the way, I will replace it with a fire onager. That was my main plan. So hopefully that will work. Oh, look at that. Yara is now 10 years old. Very nice. And, yep, there we go. There's one already destroyed, so let's get another one out. And, oh yes, I actually had another child. Yes, I had another daughter, and her name is Pelisora. Very imaginative, aren't I? Yes, extremely imaginative. Okay, so there you go. We are actually done with the amount of, castle walls and stuff like that. So now we can finally lead an assault. I know someone said that I should just go for a battering ram and just go in there. But personally, I don't really want to throw away my heavy horse archers if I can help it. I'd like to try and prevent as many casualties unnecessarily as possible. So anytime that we can do that, that's what I will try. All right, so what's... wait a minute. Where are my guys? Where are my guys right now? There they are. Okay, I was thinking to myself, okay, I've spawned in, and I seem to have spawned in literally next to like 4 people, which was just thinking, I was thinking to myself, okay, what do I do now? You know, that wasn't really going to work out too well for us. Okay, so thankfully we do actually have people coming in here, and thankfully I have a horse so that I can catch up to them relatively quickly. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to use Z. I'm going to use Z to get off my mount, and then we're just going to go cleaving in here. Boom. Okay, yeah, that does so much damage. Look at that. I got blocked completely from that attack. That was great. That was so totally fantastic. But yeah, anytime that I can do this damage, that is a good day. That is a good day for me. There we go. Take him down. Take him down. And we're actually ending up losing quite a few people here. That is to be expected because most of my units are, of course, horse archers, and they are not meant to do actual sieges, which is making me a little bit antsy, to be honest. And I was actually hoping that they would use their bows. Are they actually holding fire right now? They aren't. But they're auto-delegating. I mean, I personally feel like they should just do whatever they want, but I'm a bit worried about the whole thing, to be honest. Okay, so I'm just going to bring out my bow here real quick, see if I can do some damage to these guys. Gotta be a bit careful here. Gotta be a bit careful. Don't really want to be in a situation to attack one of these Imperial crossbowmen. We're actually ending up losing quite a few units. I'm a bit worried about this. I think I should be able to stay in the garrison once we've taken it and restore myself at that point. But I'm a bit worried about the fact that what are my guys doing right now? I think they're all routing, aren't they? It seems like the enemy is actually routing, and that's why my guys are... Whoa, look at their eyes. Look at that guy's eyes. He's like, yeah, I'm locked in. And this guy's also locked in. They're all locked in, like no one's business. That is, it's good to know. It's very good to know. Yeah, I think we're done. How many did we lose? We lost 8 units. We lost 7 heavy horse archers. Yeah, I can imagine that would have been much more significant if we had gone in with the battering ram and the siege tower and so on. So I'm quite happy that we were able to prevent that from happening. And is there anyone else around here? Oh, hello. If you could just stand still, that would be great. Thank you very much. Oh, that was a nice... Do you see that? I love the animations. I love the... Well, should we say they're more dynamic animations than anything else, because they're not canned animations or anything. Oh, hello. That's actually a lot of people over there. And I think we can actually take arrows from the arrow barrel. Yep, look at that. We can. That is so cool. I also think that is a fantastic feature. I'm going to tell my people to charge in because they're all over there, as you can see. And we kind of want them to maneuver elsewhere. Thank you. There we go. Just do some nice damage. There we go. Ah, missed the last one. Oh well, never mind. Hopefully my people will be able to mop up the rest, and then we will be okay. I've never seen that in Bannerlord before, where the AI is just kind of standing there, not really doing anything. So not entirely sure what it was doing there, but, you know, early access and stuff, I suppose. But, yeah. Yeah, for the most part, the AI is actually very smart, but... that is one of the not so smart moments where my people are just kind of standing there and the enemy's also just standing there. So, yeah. There's only 2 enemies remaining. I have no idea where they are. That might also be something that might be added later on, where you can actually figure out where the last 5 enemies are or something like that, so that you don't have to wander around not knowing exactly where they are or something like that. Because otherwise it was just going to take a long time, isn't it? It's just going to take a massive long time. Anyway, there you go. A victory for us. We have 20 of them still in our prisoner's hold. And I won't be taking anything here. And there you go. We took it. Fantastic. All right. So we took it. We still don't have a kingdom, by the way, because, you know, we haven't done the quest. And that's actually something that I need to do. Alright, so it's probably about time we manage our castle a little bit. Bear in mind that I have just entered the console command that one of you let me know about, and that has advanced the quest so that I don't have to find the other people manually, because let's face it, that's kind of a little bit of busy work and it's kind of annoying, because I have done that before, so it's not really any need for me to do it again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to place Yana in the governor role here, because she has I think she has a decent amount of stewarding skill. I think she does. But if she doesn't, then, well, that's just how it has to be. But otherwise, we're going to get some kilns as well, and we'll actually increase our housing and stuff like that. So hopefully that's going to work out. These guys actually did want to besiege me, but they actually stopped the siege. I'm not entirely sure why they stopped the siege, because now they're never going to be able to get in here as far as I'm aware. Now, it seems like they want to attack my village, which is not exactly nice of them. But what can you do? Alright, so I'm a bit worried about this. Yeah, they've been running around, raiding my villages and so on and so forth. I've just increased the amount of construction that we're doing at the castle at the moment. And Jana is, of course, there as a governor, so hopefully that will make things a little bit quicker for us. I should actually take a look at her stats, because maybe she has bad steward skill. No, she's got 100, so I think that's pretty good. That's better than what Byron's got. And oh, he's actually leveled up. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so we probably want to level up his endurance, because getting more riding skill is going to be pretty important for him. And what else do I want to get? What else do I want to get? Well, I want to get leadership, obviously, so I guess we'll get some leadership, because now what we can do is we can create parties. And that's something that we... Now I'm actually a bit worried about this, because I don't know whether we can do anything in regards to kingdoms. We can't create armies, because we can't be in a kingdom at the moment. So that is a bit of an issue. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to wait here for quite a bit of time, and then we'll see what happens after that. I am going to place almost all my prisoners in the dungeon here. And there's 20 of them. So boom, there you go. All of those guys can literally just hang out and have a grand old time. They can just have some fun. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.